Good morning, you guys. How are you? Good to see you guys here. I'm waiting for this to flip over. Nope, not yet. Almost. It's good to be here with you guys. Let's see if this is going to do it now because it says live and I am live, but it's not telling me I'm live yet. Let's head over here and see what it does, how long it takes. Oh, there we go. There I am. And the volume's down, and that can be that way. Oh, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Wow, it was a wet, rainy day yesterday. It's all ill. That's okay. That's where we live. It's rain, right? Let's say good morning, Jim. Hello, Joe. How are you? She got her hashtag coffee in. That's good. John Mayo, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. My fingers aren't working right. Good morning, Saz. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Everybody at hashtag coffee, if you think about it, please. Blistering Barnacles, good morning. Nice to see ya. Stu, good morning. Great to see you. I am well. Thank you. I hope you are too. PA Patriots, good morning. How are you doing? Glad to see you. Anne, my muddy mess. Good to see you. Good to see you. Am I already at the bottom? We got one hashtag coffee going. Bad idea. Good morning. Good to see you. Still trying to do that wake up thing. I've been trying since 4 o'clock. Venture Do Low. Good morning. How are you? Working and lurking. He always is working and lurking. It's good to see you though. Every morning it's good to see you. Everybody get that hashtag coffee and let's see if it's going good. Oh, it's going good. We want it to go good, right? Just Be Cool. Good morning. Just Be Cool. Good to see you. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. There's Just Be Cool. Good morning, Just Be Cool. Diane Phoenix, good morning. Good to see you. I'm going to sneeze. Fairy Dust, good morning. Good morning. Having my coffee and waking up. Happy Tuesday. It poured like crazy last night. Don't feel so dry in Southern California. It rained crazy here too. It was just bad. I was out in it. I put up a little short about it. I can't remember what day that's going to be on though. Ooh. Big plans today to spend most of the day just door dashing. I'm doing well. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to do more serious door dashing because tomorrow morning we're heading out to Grapevine, Texas. Arlington, Texas is actually where we'll be staying, but the event's in Grapevine. And of course, like always, we have been running on no money. We do that all the time. So the plan is when I get down there, I'll DoorDash and make money to come home. So hopefully all will go well. Diane hasn't been to sleep yet. How come? You should go to sleep. Hi, Chalka Detector. How are you? Down in Chile. I hope Chile's nice and warm. It is. There's summer still, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Coffee just ain't doing it today. Not at all. Right. Anyway, so topic today. I have it going across the bottom today. It's short enough. Look at that. Always tell your girl she is beautiful because the men at her job do every day. Hi, Rockin' Ore. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning. What do you guys think of that statement? I mean, you can say that about your man too. Tell your man every day how much you respect him and love him. Because the women at work are. Right? I've been married to my wife for 30 years. I don't have to tell her things like that anymore. Are you sure? I mean, we don't have our 20-year-old bodies and looks anymore, you know? If I could look like I did when I was 20, that would be amazing. I remember those days when there wasn't an ounce of fat on me anywhere, where there weren't wrinkles everywhere. I can remember those days. Before I had children, I used to be a bike commuter. I rode my bike everywhere. It was my choice. Hi, Treasure X. Good morning. On my days off, I go ride my bike to the other side of the city over to a place called West Seattle from a place called Greenwood. It was about a 20-mile ride just to go sit on the beach and take a nap. And then I ride my my bike back. I understand you don't have a girl, Listerine. That's kind of not yet maybe the point, but the point is if you did, right? If you did. Hi, Treasure X, bro. Hope you're doing awesome today, bro. Thanks again for yesterday. Did something nice. Treasure X did something nice. Rockin' Or is saying hi. Okay. Diane, Rockin' Or, everybody's saying hi. It's true if you're in a relationship, always show the love. I would say it's a blessing to have a rock on loving relationship. I haven't been in one for 9 years. I haven't been in a relationship for a long time. So I get that, Fairy Dust. But just because this doesn't pertain to you right at this moment in time, can you look back and see where things got messed up or where things should have been better or where things didn't? Or how do you feel about that statement? Right? How do you feel about that statement? Okay. Ooh, another question about this statement. I pull these statements out, you guys, and it doesn't have to be pertaining to you at this moment in time. Hi, No Way. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Okay. No Way says, Oop. Never lose hope. That's right. Hi, Green Hornet. Green Hornet is working, but watching your live show. Thank you, Green Hornet. Thank you for being here. Okay. I tell my man multiple times a day how much I love and appreciate him. It's important, is it not? Okay. I think back to past relationships. Okay. I think about other people's relationships. I've actually heard this statement from people. I don't need to tell my wife she's pretty. It's expected. Right? I don't need to tell my wife that. Right? I don't need to tell my husband that. Oh, yes, tell each other a little slap and tickle is fantastic. Okay? It's about terms of endearment. I want to tell you that if you're not verbally reconfirming how you feel about somebody, okay, somebody else is. We spend our life going separate ways, right? A lot of relationships, not all. We get up in the morning, we put on our nylons and our makeup, and we put on our nice clothes, and we do all that, and we go to work. Hi, CM Family Channel. How are you? Hi, hanging with Mr. J. Good morning. One of the things I think about most is wait, I missed something. I just caught my eye. Exactly, Bernie. If I call my man by his name, he thinks I'm mad. Well, I would think you are too. You know, if I ever get a Kelly Mae McDonald, I'm like, I already know I'm in trouble. Isn't that the good boy, bad boy thing growing up, right? Right? I already know I'm in trouble. Oh my gosh. My full name comes out of somebody's mouth and I do a swoosh because I know I did something to upset everybody, right? I think I said good morning, CNN Family Channel. I sure hope I did. Right? But this is how I see a lot of relationships, not all relationships. And it's very important to, first of all, looks are fleeting. right? Looks are really, really fleeting. Honey Bunches was ours. Brene. Fairy Dust, you're funny. Okay. 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 So I see this a lot, and it's not in every relationship. Some relationships, one of the partners are able to stay home. I'm not always going to say it's the wife who stays home or the husband who stays home, because relationships have been redefined by who can make the more money, right? But in a lot of households, it's 2 income, right? 2 income. So we get up in the morning and we get dressed. Your wife gets dressed nice because she has to be out with other people, right? Puts on her nylons, puts on her this, puts on her that, puts on her this, gets pretty up to go to work, right? Highly magnetic, right? Then she comes home and she puts on her sweats because she's tired, right? So a lot of us, and I don't want to say for another man, hi Neil, welcome. I don't want to say that your wife dressed up for another man. She dressed up because she's in a position where she has to go out and work. Okay? Or if it's the husband, he has to dress up to go out to work. He has to be at a certain standard, right? Right? Then we all get home and we all throw off our clothes and put on our sweat clothes. Let our hair down, pull our hair back up in a messy bun, wipe up all the makeup, whatever it is you do, right? So we spend most of our day looking our best for the outside world. And when we come home, we're just tired. And I can say this from a woman's point of view because I work all the time. Okay. 2 things in my life I cannot remember, but I know there was a time. I can never remember getting enough sleep. Okay. I know there was a time. There had to have been a time, right? When I did. Right? But I can't remember ever getting enough sleep anymore. Right? And I can't remember having time to actually get bored. Right? Always so many things to do. The list goes on and on. The day goes on and on. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier. Hell, did I remember to brush my teeth today? I know, right? And you're going, heck, what is that? Well, it happens. Good morning, Chu. Good to see you. Good to see you, Chu. Linda, good to see you, Linda. Nice to see you guys. Hello, Lee. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Venture, what is sleep? What's sleep? Venture, there has to be the time in your life you can remember that there has to be at least one time, way in the past, think of way in the past, when you just weren't ready to wake up yet, so you rolled over and went back to sleep. I have vague memories of that. I have vague memories of going, I'm bored. And so I got on my bike and went for a long bike ride. Why? Why not? Because I was bored and I could. Right? Somehow we're supposed to remain beautiful and pretty. Somehow we're supposed to remain amazing. Okay? In relationships, right? But in relationships, we all get old. We get wrinkly. Okay? We get tired. It's very unusual to see a husband and wife with children who aren't tired. Good morning, Enforcer. How are you? Did I say good morning to Green Hornet Squad? I sure hope I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Enforcer, good morning. It's good to see you. So we get into this age where we're getting older and our kids are growing up, where we're supposed to have more time again, but still he's gone that way and you've gone that way and she's gone that way and you've gone that way all these years, and somehow We're supposed to come back together again. And we're tired. We're just tired. Venture Dulo, I remember, I know that. What is it like not to be tired? Okay, I've been tired forever. I have no alarm days that I still wake up. Okay, on Saturday and Sunday, waking up at 4:38 instead of 4 a.m. because that's the schedule I've chosen in order to do what I'm trying to do, in order to do what I'm going to do. 4:38 is not sleeping in. Right? Coming home so tired some days that I just crawl in bed at 6 p.m. Should be out making more money, but I'm so tired. Okay, the older you get, the less energy you have. Excess weight doesn't help, guys. Doesn't help. Okay, again, any excess weight you are carrying on you is your fault. You chose what you put in your mouth. Me too. I'm the exact weight I'm meant to be, period. And that's because of the choices I've made on a daily basis. This is one of the things you can fix, but it takes forever. It's funny, the saying, hey, I want to grow old with you. I guess it doesn't mean we have to give up looking our best. I don't know. Very good, fairy dust. I love that. Thank you. I love that. I love that. I love that. Right? But sometimes you just don't have the energy anymore. Okay? I don't look my best. I was going through clothes and I'm like, oh my God. Somebody asked me out on a date. I have nothing to wear. I really don't. Why should I? I magnet fish. Clean houses, I DoorDash. I do outside cruddy stuff all the time. Right? Right? I like that. Brene, I like that. Hey, I want to grow old with you. Yeah. I hear, Grandma Kelly. My wife and I have 6 kids. Yeah, I have 7. I get it. Right? And through big periods of that, I've been single parent. Right now, I have 3 teenagers at home. They're a lot of work. They're good work, though. They're good kids. I have kids who actually aren't in trouble of any kind. And I still a challenge. You guys have seen the dishes. You're going to see one about the garbage cans coming up, too. Short about them, but... and I appreciate all the advice, parenting advice you guys give me. But 7 kids, been there, done that. Know what works, know what doesn't work, and then know what I need to waste my time on and not. When there's a huge group of kids at a point in time, you don't waste your time doing certain things. It's just not worth it, especially when I have kids who are YouTubers, okay, and they're monetized. So do I take their equipment away from them? That would be like them having a job and telling them they can't go to work, right? My son who's monetized, he puts all that money into our household account for life, for paying bills, for buying food, okay? He's a fully monetized YouTuber who has a higher subscriber count than I do. So what do? Take away his electronics? Really? That's his work. On top of that, the twins teach at Taekwondo, right? They're high-level athletes. Do I tell them, no, they can't go work out today? They can't go to work at Taekwondo? Right? No, we just harass each other and we work around the problems. But eventually they'll get it. TGIF, good morning. Good to see you. Hanging with Mr. J says, Grandma Kelly, sometimes I can't remember what day of the week it is. I can never remember the day of the week. I can't remember the date. Sometimes I have to think about the year. I have little memory issues, but it's been my whole life. It's nothing new. But yeah, you get so busy and it's still that same day, or 3 days passed and you're going, what the heck? What happened to the other ones? Right? Right? Okay. Saying hi to people. We get this one up there already. Let's go down. I don't think you're alone in that, Mr. J. I don't think you're even close to being alone in that. I think a lot of us can't remember. Okay. Bree lives in jeans and t-shirt. Yeah, I'm in my standard stuff. I have on a channel shirt. Today is, let's get this down here. Okay. Georgia died in recovery. I usually have a pair of shorts on under my pants. I usually have long, stretchy sweatpants of some sort. I usually have layers, so as I get wet, I can just pull off my layers. I try and remember to brush my teeth twice a day. I take a shower. And throughout the day, every now and then, I comb my hair. Okay. Makeup? No. Makeup hasn't happened. I don't do makeup usually. I've never really done makeup because it just runs in my eyes and I get like styes in my eyes and stuff like that. Right? My skincare regimen is now and then when everything gets too dry, I throw on a little lotion. I know. Taking care of yourself as you get older, Kelly. I just don't care about those things. I'm not putting chemicals all over me. I refuse to, especially to be beautiful. Right? But that's a me thing. That's not an everybody thing. Yes, you do. You have the best shirt out there to wear. I have a Venture Too Low shirt. Yes, I do. The best. I do wear it too. Okay. That's my wardrobe. I have a wedding coming up and I need to figure it out. Green Hornet, that's perfectly okay. That's great that you're here. We appreciate you being here. And yes, we have a lot of workers who are lurking. It's okay. It's okay. It works good with me. Let's see. I don't think I got it in me to pull a lady. It's a time and place for everything. As you're waiting for that special someone to come into your life, you really need to work on you. Okay, you need to become that special man in some lady's life. You need to be ready for when it comes. Right? People are all saying hi. MJ, good morning. My mom is listening to you. She loves you. Oh, thank you, MJ. Tell your mother I said hi. Welcome, welcome. Enforcer got his hashtag coffee in. Did everybody else? Georgianne, sweetheart, good morning. How are you today? It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So the statement is to tell your girl she's beautiful because men at her job do every day. Okay, works both ways. Okay, we forget when we've been around somebody for a long time how important our spoken words are. She knows by my actions. He knows by my actions. Really? Maybe if that's his love language, but if it's not, how does he know? If it's not her love language, how does she know? That's a whole nother topic. Love languages. Holy quinoli. We could talk about that on all year. Does anybody else know about all the different love languages? Right? MJ, thank you. So are you, MJ. I love you, girl. Let's see. Nice seeing you all. Sorry, it's a short one for me. Much respect. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. We appreciate you. Make sure you get hashtag coffee in there because you do not have to be here to win. Okay? Get that hashtag coffee in there. Yes, being beautiful is on the inside, but I'm going to add to that. That doesn't mean, okay, that doesn't mean that we could neglect our outsides. Right? Right? Okay, neglect our health. Good morning, Elmer. Welcome. Welcome, Elmer. Good to see you. Life is hard. We need to choose our hard. So we work hard to look our best to keep the relationship hot and fun, or we give up and let all hang out. but don't get upset when they choose are hard. Elmer, I'm doing great. Good to see you, buddy. Get hashtag coffee in. My wife is beautiful no matter what. Been together for 33 years. That's right. Okay. Good morning, Jill. How are you? It's good to see you today. Thank you, Green Hornet. I sure appreciate that. I really do. We have a goal of 10K this year. We're into the second week, so let's hope we get there. No, we won't hope we get there. We'll do the work we need to get there, right? Because like all things, rising tides raises all ships, and this girl is going to raise the tide. Good morning, Bad Idea Lab. I think I said hi to you, and I think I got Treasure X already this morning. Doesn't hurt to say hi twice when Grandma has no memory. Okay. It wasn't until a handful of years back that this thought actually connected into my mind. Okay. I have a responsibility to work towards good health. I don't care if you're skinny or you're fat or if you're wrinkled. Okay. I don't care if you wear makeup or not. Try and take a bath now and then. Okay. I don't care about those things. Hi, Wee Wee Mike. How are you? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Okay. But a few years ago, it really hit me, and it hit me very hard, that I have a family obligation to my children, to my grandchildren, to any significant others in my life. Hi, Kingfisher. Good morning. Thank you, Blistering. I appreciate that. Okay. I have an obligation to where I can control what I put in my mouth and my health. Good morning, squirrels. Good to see you. Right? Obligation to choose healthy over not. Why? I am the head of a household. I am a head of family. I have 7 children. I have 7 grandchildren. My health is important to them. I do not want to be a burden on them while I joke about it all the time. How long? You guys, I'm going to live forever. I'm going to live long enough to be a total burden on your life. I say that to my kids all the time. Okay. Topic is relationship and how do you keep it sizzling? So from that point of view, I have a hard time remembering that every time I step outside of what is healthy, I'm not affecting just me. I'm affecting my whole family, right? Healthy mind, healthy body, all has to do with what you put in your mouth. Bacon helps everything, doesn't it? You were funny, Jill. Right? Words of affirmation. It's one of the love languages. My wife knows I love her. No, she doesn't. Tell her. Good morning, Cookie. Sazzy's way. Cookie and Sazzy's way. Good to see you good this morning. Right? We all have obligations in our life, in our relationship, to do the best we can. Not always. That's also a way, Jill, to put them in a grave. Right? Cooking healthy things, doing healthy things. I'm not a big cook anymore. I don't like cooking anymore. I used to love it. I used to do big parties. I don't like it anymore. I just don't want to use the time to do that anymore. Right? Don't take for granted what you guys have or you don't have. And if you don't have that person that you can tell daily that they're beautiful or show that they're beautiful or do some other thing, okay, get yourself right. So when that person comes along, you yourself are right. I love cooking shows though. Bushring says, check out Sassy. I love watching what people make. Right? The disturbing, I think I've talked about this statistic that I recently heard, is it's 80% of women who leave the relationship. Right? Why? Why do women do that? Why do women leave? The 80% of women leave the relationship. Why? I think it's a huge, great combination of things. Okay. No matter how we try not to prejudge things, we all go into the relationships with ideas. Men do too. It's not just a women thing. Okay. We have ideas and then one doesn't lead up to our expectation or the other one doesn't. Okay. Fairy just says, I hear because the man is not satisfying them. That's what I heard. I've heard that too. Did you know as men become older and put on more weight? Okay. And their health starts to decline, that certain things just don't function as well. Remember, family show. There's a whole lot of other ways to show love than that. Right? What happens when you're in your 50s and your 60s and you have to suddenly find yourself reinventing your life again? Okay, satisfaction. Yep. Are you tired, women, of going to work all day and then coming home and have to be the wife all night too? I mean, you get to clean the house on your day off. You get to cook the dinner. You get to shop for the groceries. You worked 40 hours plus 2. If you're working a 40-hour a week job, you're probably out of the house 60. By the time you get there and you get back and you do all the work type things, I'd say 50 to 60 hours is a 40-hour job at least that you're out of the house. Okay. Okay. You guys, as a couple, we move apart. And it's because we get up in the morning, one goes this way, one goes that way. And not only did we have to raise the kids in this little tiny window of life, about 3 hours a night, we also had to clean the house. We also had to make dinner. We had to do all that. Plus, we had to have a job. Thank you, Blistering, for sharing me out. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay. I'm not satisfied with my husband anymore. I don't want to be with him anymore. Is that a valid reason for leaving? That's right. This. Hi, Joe. How are you? Look at this. A woman's work is never done. Why is that? Men, I'd like to know. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Hi, Joe. Good morning, Joe. Okay, I'm going to pop back to this. Oop, we're going to pop that back to this, though. A woman's work is never done. Okay, I'm a worker. Okay, I go create money. Put in the right relationship. I know that I could make lots of money. All out of the box money. I would never put on nylons and a dress and go to a place of business. Why? Because that has a ceiling. You hit the ceiling, you can't do more. I do not like the ceilings in life that a job gives you. Okay. I work 50 plus hours a week with 10 hours of driving along with doing the errands and the shopping. That's right. You should be really tired, Venture. Okay. Fairy Dust says, that's where it all begins. The young girls must decide what kind of life they want and find the right guy that works the best. Well, she can go on. I'm sure we can. At our age, we can. Okay. But where's our responsibility in it? Okay, one of the biggest complaints I have, and I've been married 3 times. So do I, Georgia. I do too. Okay. Joe is telling Venture Dulo that he's an amazing father and a good friend. He is an amazing man. Yes, I think so too. Okay. The lessons you learn. It's a journey. Diane says lots of people are lazy and find a new partner rather than working on the hard parts of a relationship. Diane, sometimes the partner doesn't want to work on it. Sometimes the partner is just as tired. All right. Stu says, I'm not married. Stu, that's an adventure everybody should be on at least once. Oh my, sorry. Couldn't help it. Okay. I've been married 3 times. Okay. I am a professional at screwing it up. Right? But I know what I did wrong. And I know my part of all of it. Right? But some of the things that bothers me the most is, what days do I have to babysit the kids? Oh, excuse me, husband, you're not babysitting the kids. They're your children. Okay? Husband does not. One person can't hold it together. The 2 of you have to go work at it to keep it together, and the 2 of you destroy it together. 2 of you either build it up together or the 2 of you destroy it. And if one doesn't want to and the other one's working really hard, it's a no-win. You're in a no-win. You're welcome, Stu. Okay? I want to travel and see things while I can, and they're not willing to go along. That can be a problem. Okay? Hi, Mary King. Good morning. Good to see you. Okay. Okay. More than once in my relationships, it's like we both work full time. We both going in directions like crazy people. Okay? But for some reason, when we walk in the front door, this has been all 3 of my marriages. So to my life, this is normal, but not right. Once I'm done working all day, it is my job to do all the rest of the stuff. Okay? And this is what I've gotten most. Well, I helped you. I dumped the garbage. You helped me. This is our family, our life. Okay? You're not the babysitter. You're not the hired help. You're supposed to be the head of the household. We all work all the time. That means you are responsible for vacuuming the floor just as much as I am. You are responsible for cleaning the bathroom just as much as I am. Now we're going to take a quick step back and say, Kelly, tradition. Yes. And the second that I get to stay home and be a traditional wife, we have another conversation. But as long as being a woman, I'm expected to spend X amount of time out of the house making money, we do not have a traditional life. Right? So no, you are not helping me with the housework. You are not helping me dump the garbage. Because in the big scheme of things, not solely my responsibility. That is our responsibility, and to set the example for the kids. Right? Everybody comes home and works at home. I expect the kids to too. Right? Because we all go our separate ways. They go to school, I go to work. He went to work. We all went our separate ways. And when we come home, we have this thing called a home and a family and a house. And no, damn it, it's not only my responsibility. And no, you are not helping me. Okay? You're doing part of it. You're doing your share as I'm doing my share, as I expect them to do their share. Okay? What is that, 50-50-50? No. That's not what I mean. And you guys know that. We work together. If we're all working out of the house, we're working together. I've been married 25 years this year. The first 4 were happy. Just kidding. But yes, 25 years, and we both still love each other like the day we met. That's beautiful, Kingfisher. And I'm going to bet it's because we get back to the pairing thing. You guys paired. You guys are a team. Right? And Georgianne, let's go back up to this. This happens a lot. I want to travel and see things while I can, and they're not willing to go along. Okay? You're part of the problem, so is he. I'm going to say this because you want to go out a lot, and for whatever reason, he doesn't want to at all. So we get back to that conversation we had where sometimes you do her things and sometimes you do his things, and you do it with a glad heart. Unless there's a medical condition or something else that makes it impossible. Like if you really want to torture me, take me somewhere where I have to stand and walk a long time and I'm in pain. I can't do it. Kid's solution will get you a wheelchair, Mom. Right? So as long as I'm willing to put my butt in a wheelchair, I can go around and see anything. And they're happy to push me. But taking me to Disneyland, that would be torture. You don't want the kids want to go, right? Yeah, that would be torture. Let's go look at an art museum. That's torture. Why is that torture? Because it's actually painful. I didn't ask to have arthritis, but I did make the choice to get fat. Right? I did make the choice to allow the eating to get out of control and get the weight that I am. So I'm making the choice to fix that issue. Right? That, Georgianne, happens in so many relationships. And then we need to get back to the point of, with a glad, happy heart, you need to do some of his things. And with a glad, happy heart, you need to do some of her things. And you need to do things together. Linda says, I'm tired of holding it together with no help. I feel that way all the time. Okay? One of my biggest dreams is to have somebody who's on my team. Somebody who's going to root. Yay, Team Kelly. Right? So I can go turn around and go, yay, Team Husband. Right? So we can be on each other's team. Right? Mary King says, good morning. Good morning, Mary King. Let's get down here and see what we've missed. Everybody's saying hi. 25 years and still doing the same old. He's a big kid who doesn't want to do anything. He tells me he works, he brings home the money, so he gets a free pass. But I work just as hard as he does. Right? Linda, do you work outside of the home? My daughter-in-law stays home. She's a full-time housewife. My son goes out and works. Okay? When my son comes home, he doesn't sit on his behind. My son takes his role as head of household very seriously. And though he's worked outside of the house all day, she's worked out inside the house. Is her house clean and organized? Yes. Does she look presentable when he comes home? Yes. All right. Are the kids all nice and clean? Yes. Right? But what does my son do when he comes home? He's involved in every part of the evening and the bedtime. He's involved in every part of the weekends. Okay? He doesn't go home and say, hey, I worked hard all day. Because so has she. Right? So has she. Together, they're raising the family. All right? Yes, the housework usually is done by the time he comes home. The kids are all in school. Okay? That's not an unrealistic expectation, stay-at-home moms. Okay? Was it really hard to keep things organized and when the kids were little? Yes, very hard. Right? TJ comes home and does his part of everything. He is the head of household. It is his job. Okay? He doesn't get a free pass. He doesn't get to come home and do nothing. Right? Does he get downtime? Yes, and so does she. They make sure each other has downtime now and then. Because it's important. Right? Right. Because there's still that thing of family and home to take care of once you get there. Still that. And also, fathers who, let's get back to this. Fathers who say this, okay? Okay. What example are you setting for your children? Right? What's the example that you are setting for your children when you act like this? You lose the respect of head of household right away. Just because you go out and work 40 to 60 hours a week doesn't mean you get to come home and not be the head of household if that's what you are. If we're talking more traditional. Doesn't mean that you don't have to come home and do the partner thing. Do it as a team. Doesn't mean that. What example are you setting for your kids? What kind of respect are you showing for your wife? That would be my questions for him, Linda. Really? Really? Is that how you want your children to grow up? Thinking that because they make a paycheck, they don't have to do anything else in life? I read that one statement, and that tells me that your husband isn't the head of household. He's not the head of the family. He hasn't embraced that role. Or he'll know that once he walks in the door, his job doesn't stop. And you do not get that by ordering. You get that by doing, by participating. Okay? I've read a lot lately that couples who work the house stuff together stay together longer. Okay? That's part of why 80% of women are leaving right there, Linda. Good for you for staying. Unappreciated. Okay? Right. Venture too low. You both live there. Right? You both live there. Not one of you, both of you. And your children live there. I think we've had this discussion before, but I'll say it again really quick. Traditional stay-at-home mom. Okay? I see a lot who just sit on their, don't take care of their part. Okay? You got to do your part, you guys. Ladies, the house shouldn't be a total disaster, and you shouldn't look like a tornado ran over you daily. Okay, now and then it does, especially if everybody's home sick. Right? It doesn't matter. You'll have days like that. You'll have days when your husband who's at work all day comes home and your life is a tornado. But it shouldn't be daily. Especially if anybody's homesick or anything like that, or, there's appointments that mess up your day. But if you run your home like a business, your home should be always fairly clean. Okay, your kids should be fairly well cared for, right? Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. Okay. But you both live in the house. And the best example a father can have, this is sort of how I can picture it and best explain it. So the husband comes home and checks on everybody because the wife's been home there. The wife is there to greet him. Okay. Make sure you let the kids see you take the time to greet your wife and time that you greet your husband. You stop what you're doing and you take a moment, hug, kiss, whatever. Not macking. I'm not talking about that, but you know what I mean. You take a moment to converse and you make sure the kids can see this, right? It builds stability. And then it's, how can I help, hon? Let's go. Where it? Oh, dinner's almost done. Great. Dad doesn't ask if he can go set the table. He grabs a kid and he says, let's go. We're setting the table. He might say, hon, is it time to set the table? He goes and grabs the kid, right? He doesn't yell. He doesn't do anything like that. If the kid won't get off the computer, he walks over, he folds their arm over, gives them a big hug, tells them how great it is to see him, and hits the power button. Right? Ask once, ask twice, no. Right? And then we go set the table. This is just a smidge of the life. Okay? It's not where it stops. Dinner's wrapping up and dinner's all done. And the wife stands up and picks up her dishes and her husband's dishes. What does the husband do? Sit back and go, yeah, it was a good meal, hon. No, he doesn't. He gets up and he grabs this dish and that dish of the kids, and then he hands that one the ketchup to put away and that one to put the salt and peppers away. And everybody clears the table. That way the kids learn. Who is the example? Who is the example? It is the husband who worked all day and now is home. Yes, as a family, we stand up and we clear the table. Okay, everybody's in the kitchen now, putting stuff away. The table's wiped off. Maybe mom hands one of the kids a rag. Maybe dad does. Whoever does it first does it. Right? Right. Kitchen gets all cleaned up. Everything's put away. Your wife is still loading the dishwasher, and you say, "Hon, I'll get the kids' bath ready." And you grab the kids and you get them going to the bath, or you help somebody with homework, or you do something else. Your day isn't done. You don't come home and sit your arse in front of the TV and say, "Oh, babe, bring me a beer. I've had a hard day at work." No, because the work of the family's not done. Okay. Have I had this husband and wife relationship? Absolutely not. Of course, then I am single again. Okay. But that should be like an example. The husband has to be part of the educating of the children. Okay. I'm losing some people. I know. You guys love this. Now, most of us go this way and that way. So the husband and wife are coming together. And dinner needs to be made, and the table needs to be set, and kids need to be bathed, and homework needs to be gone over, and the day needs to be discussed. And all these things have to happen. Okay? Not the woman's job. It is the partnership's job. It is the parent's job. And the more you teach the kids, and the bigger the kids get, the better it'll get. Okay? Kingfisher, our recipe. Hug each other in the morning and kiss each other goodnight. Be there for each other. Talk to each other, and most importantly, take time for each other. Children are only temporary residents in your household. The idea is the husband and wife are permanent. Right? Right? Children are temporary residents in the household. And if you're going to have kids who are more helpful than not, it starts when they're little, not when they're big. Not to say that you can't change the rules as they get bigger and try and get some help in there, but, right? Okay. We were young Turks. 7 years into the marriage, he wanted to separate, working at it. Second 7 years, he wanted again. Tells me he wants to be free. I threw in the towel. It takes two people to destroy a marriage. It takes two people to end a marriage. Okay? Or it takes two people to end a marriage. It takes two people to make a marriage work. And if one doesn't want to, you can't do anything about it. Okay? It takes both of you to make it work. And one just takes one to not want to do anything about it. Right? Oops, I've lost a lot of stuff. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I iron my uniform before every shift. I come home and make my wife a coffee, then take over my son's meds. We share the cooking, sometimes cook in a slow cooker over the day. That's beautiful. That works. Right? You found a balance that works. That's amazing. That's good. Hi, BC. Good morning. How are you? Right? Some women like to shower their husbands. And that's okay. They can do that. But I'm going to tell you, the example you're giving the children is not good. That's my opinion. And that's all it is my opinion. Okay? Good morning, Roy and Becky. Good to see you. Howdy, howdy. Good morning, Matthew. How are you? Right? Great example, Little House on the Prairie. Hard work to keep it together, but even the kids appreciate the hard work, the chores, and the little shiny penny for the tin cup for Christmas. Right? The more and more husbands and wives are both working outside of the home, the more and more to be successful, you need the whole group. Okay? The whole group to make the house successful. And to think that kids should have a pass because they do schoolwork. Okay? We had a chart. Every month we had our part of the house that was expected to get done. Wasn't expected to be asked to be done. We knew what our responsibilities were and they were done. Period. Because it takes all of us to run the house. Right? It takes all of us, even the littlest kid. Kids are over here, they all help. Bigger kids help littler kids, and we all work together when the grandkids are here. Right? So how did we get from always tell your girl she's beautiful because the men in her jobs do every day? How do we get that from there to here? People leave relationships thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Well, if you nurture your own lawn, it will be the best lawn you ever sit in. That is so, so true. Okay. It takes two, though. It takes both working the same together. Chill. A good man gets a maid if he can afford it. Right? Hashtag coffee, everybody. We're getting up to that time. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for the time check. Oh, this heater's getting way too hot. I'm cooking. Cooking me, cooking the dogs. Okay, tomorrow at some point in time, we will be leaving. Not sure exactly when yet. We haven't discussed that. Okay, I still plan on running my lives while I'm gone. Of course, it'll be whether I can get internet or whether I can get a signal or not, or how well it goes. But we will try. Okay. I should be where there's internet by Friday, but I will do my best to be on live tomorrow. I might actually try doing it from the car because the boys are supposed to drive while I sit in the back. Okay. Oh, I was going to make a comment about that. But a maid or a house cleaner only does so much, right? People leave the relationship thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Yep. Here we go, Mary King. My dad came home, sat on his arse, and my mom still waits on him hand and foot. It is learned behavior. I see it in myself and my sisters to a fault. Children learn what they live. That's right. But is that the best? Is that the best example, husbands, to set for your children? Right? It doesn't work when both parents are working. It doesn't surprise me that 80% of women leave. The will and the want, it won't work otherwise. What I mean is who's really happy and satisfied, enjoys their lives. You got to have the will and the want. You have to have the will and want. I am satisfied with my life. Okay, I'm happy with the path I'm on. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. And I have a hurry again to get married and in a relationship? Absolutely not. Right? Got to work on me. Mary King says, no, I don't believe it's the best example. I don't think it's a realistic example either with the day and age that we're in. 80% of women leave, guys. Men will put up with a lot of stuff for a long time in order to have somebody who waits on them and cooks for them and cleans for them, and just to have somebody to take care of that stuff, because it is a shock and an eye-opener if a man finds himself in his 40s, 50s, and 60s standing there without a spouse. Right? But men, you did your part to have her leave. Okay? Women, you did your part to the relationship, whatever it was, whether it was enabling or allowing it to begin with. Right? Families and parenting is teamwork. I think it gets right back to the very thing we talked about from the very beginning, is asking the right questions and seeing the flags before you get into the relationship, before kids are part of it. Taking the time to get past the feelings of lust and isn't this great, I'm so in love. That you look past the warning signs. Right? One of the self-help gurus said one time, if you want to know what a woman's going to be like, go look at her mom and dad. No, that's not always true. It's hard financially to keep a household together, but really, if one person works and the other one makes a home for the family, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses, right? Material objects. That's right. That's right. Okay. Part of the problem is, okay, we married this man here, and we want our lifestyle to be here. Are we a woman to attract a man with a lifestyle here? Are we worthy of that? Did we work on ourselves? Or there's nothing wrong with a man whose lifestyle's here, but if you love that man and you want a relationship with him, you need to be satisfied with where he works, where his potential is. I can take any man and make money. You're so easy to talk to, and your words seem to reach the right people at the right time. Thank you, MJ. I appreciate that. Well, send it to me anytime, because I will get it eventually. Okay. Bad idea. Using a rolling chair to hang maps on the ceiling was another one of my great bad ideas. Okay. Hi, James. Hello. How are you? Oh, Mary King. I didn't make you blue. I'm so sorry. You guys help me keep up with that now and then, please. You know me. There is so much in relationships that can go right and so wrong, can go so wrong. All right? And remember, the only person you can grow is yourself. We're at 57. Let's get this going. I got to do some serious work. We're behind in money for this trip, which is nothing new, guys. It's normal. We're always doing that. You have high-level athletes. It's funny. There's never enough money and never enough time. Are you guys ready? James, did you want to get that hashtag coffee in? Anybody else want to give another hashtag coffee to see if it changes the number? Okay. Give you a second. Anybody else want to hit that hashtag coffee or want to double check to make sure your name's in there? This usually doesn't change at this point. I know it's funny. Go, go, go. Barnacle says, go, go, go. This is what is it? Dan, wasn't it yesterday or was it the day before that I won? It is rigged. Oh my gosh, it is so rigged, guys. This week I've won another time. Didn't I do that this week? Oh my. That doesn't count. No, it doesn't. Boom, boom. Okay, yeah. Oh, tell me that isn't rigged. Shall we try it one more time? Oh my gosh, it was yesterday. Now look at I've won twice now today. Twice in a row. Come on. StreamYard. If it happens again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. What does that mean? Today is going to be a lucky day. Congratulations, Treasure Hunter X. And this month we're going to get all the prizes together and get everything out there. Okay. So my hair's getting really long. It keeps getting behind my back and then I move and it pulls. See ya, MJ. Have a good day. So guys, remember, only you can fix yourself. Only you can work on yourself. Only you can be responsible for yourself. There's many things that make us beautiful. There's many things that have nothing to do with our outside appearance. But we are all responsible for our own choices. Okay? If you look at yourself in the mirror and you see something you do not like, okay, it is your responsibility and your choice to fix that. And I do not mean just the physical stuff, okay? Your health, to a large part, is your responsibility, okay? As we're aging, we're all getting into these aging diseases, and having extra weight never helps, okay? Right now, I'm too fat. It's my responsibility to take care of what I put in my mouth and what I don't put in my mouth. It's my responsibility to make sure on a daily basis that I'm getting some form of exercise, movement. It is not anybody else's responsibility. It's my responsibility for my attitude, for my mental growth, for my emotional growth. That's my responsibility. Right? Nobody can make me do anything. I am standing in front of you today as an accumulation of the choices that I have made. Yes, somebody's going to say, but, hi, Happy Chappy. We're just heading out. Good morning. Somebody's going to say, but this happened to me, but that happened to me, but this. No buts, you guys. You were responsible for the way you chose to react. Right? Yes, I have about 30. Well, no, the boys have about a 31-hour drive. Yeah. Leaving tomorrow, we will be there on Thursday at some point in time, probably later in the day. Need to be there by the 13th. They have a workshop 13th, 14th, and a tournament on the 15th. So, guys, I will see you from on the road somewhere, somehow. The live should still be going just fine. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you guys for being part of this. I really would like to see you grow and become, because that's really what I love to watch. Okay? I love people growing and becoming. And we're never too old. Okay? We're never, ever, ever too old to start anew. New us, new day, new thing, new something. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye. Gotta go work. Gotta make that money, honey. You know it.